Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 mod with the 2021 car set. We are here at Darlington for 50 miles of interesting 1.5 lane racing, 37 laps, and that is a long time on these tires. So when we do come down to pit road, it will be 4 tires for sure. And the main thing is keep it out of the wall and make use of the runs as they come, because basically this track is very narrow and we have to make the most of it. Martin Truex Jr. is on the pole waiting for that green flag and rolling, spinning the tires just a little bit. Okay, car was a little upset in second gear, but we should be able to hold full throttle or nearly full as we go through turns 1 and 2, the wider corner. And then as we get down to turn 3 and 4, we get to the narrow side and into, oh wow, everyone is fanning out the 24 down to the bottom. So as drivers were getting into the wall, evasive actions were need to be taken. And getting a run off of these corners is going to be the name of the game. Which turn 1 and 2, we should be pretty solid. We have some cars blocking our progress here, the 47 and 3 wide with the 20. Let's make sure we clear the 47. He drops in line. We don't hit the 20, so a little bit on the sketchy side. Getting through turns 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, try to get out to the wall. I'm not brave enough to round the top, right, paper thin. As in 2K3 season, if you get your right sides on that wall, it sort of pulls you in and you cannot get off the wall without dropping to like second gear. So we don't want to lose all of that speed. So if we stay a half a lane down, we'll be okay. Down under the 2, can't really make that work. We'll set him up for turn 1. Christopher Bell right behind us, and Brandon a couple cars in front of us in that Mountain Dew Toyota, making his way forward. Looks like the Gibbs guys of Truex and Hamlin are up front. And this is where we can really make up speed. We'll have to stay off of Brad on the bottom, but if DiBenedetto can get under the 24 and plow a hole for us, that would be okay. Ooh, touching that apron really loose. Bell goes by. We save it, but lost a ton of speed there. Brandon moving forward, though, on the bottom, trying to get under Kurt Busch. One positive is we can pretty much roll full speed through here now. We don't have to choke up for anybody. And we'll make up a ton of time on that 34 and the 20 as they had to go side by side. Screaming down the backstretch. That's the fastest we've gone down the backstretch thus far. It's amazing what clean air can do for you here. And yeah, the 34 choking up on the high lane. Will get under the 20 and settle in behind the 2. Don't want to force Brad 3 wide. We'll let him clear. And now we are free to use the top. Tyler Reddick up top. I don't know if he scraped the wall, but the AI cars here do tend to get into the wall just a little bit. And when they do, they tend to back up very quickly. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And yeah, pitting at lap 18 or so, it's going to be an interesting split. We don't have a whole lot of wiggle room to get past the halfway. We have to reach halfway in order to make it on one stop. And when we do, all 4 tires are going to be pretty well used up here. So it will be a 4-tire change for everyone, I think. If anyone decides to get cheeky and do 2, they should go backwards fairly quickly. Decent run off the 2, and everyone else single file, and you can see the gap that the leaders have now. Hamlin and Truex really picking them up and laying down the lap times. See if we can get around the 8, having to crack the throttle just a little bit, use that momentum. Can we get under Brad here? Now Brad will look under the 8. We'll try to use him. Forcing Reddick up top. Maybe we can follow Brad around through the bottom, and there we go. Let's give Brad a little encouragement to get past this 8 car going down into turn 1. Brad almost closes the door on us right across the nose, but we both get through clean, and hopefully Brad can either get some fast laps in or we can take advantage and get around him here. So we'll drive into turn 3, complete that pass, a little bit of a slide to get to the top lane and track down to Benedetto. Let's see how much ground we can gain here, not having to really roll out for anybody. Kurt Busch must have gotten in the wall and making up a ton of time on him. Yeah, that's the kind of corner that we needed right there. We'll be on the rear bumper of the 1 fairly quickly. Brandon's stuck in traffic behind the 17. And with those guys sort of blocking the bottom, it kind of limits your options here. Let's give Matty D a little push going into turn 1. Maybe that will get him around the 1 as well. And indeed, we'll complete that and not have to give up too much speed. And the 17 up top, I don't know if he got into the wall, but kind of slow. So if we can continue that, we'll be able to catch the 17. Brandon got around the 41 of Custer, so he should be making up quicker laps to get caught up to, it looks like Chase Elliott is the next car in front. So around the 21 without much of an issue, out to that wall and really roll that high lane. We should be able to get beside the 24 this time. Let's take a little peek, see if we can get in there. We do have a nose. Hold it right on that bottom and should complete the pass indeed. I think Byron actually rolled out just a little bit for us. Appreciate it. And if we can get under the 17 here, and yeah, wow, Buscher really rolled out. Byron actually almost got to his inside. So making forward drive, I don't know if we're catching the leader or not, but we're definitely catching the next cars in line. The 48 with some left side damage. We'll have to take a look once the race is over and seeing if he was a member of that lap 1 kerfuffle on the back straightaway where everyone decided to break and go their own separate way. And this should get us set up for entry here. Bowman keeping us honest down on the bottom, almost contact, but we will complete that going into turn 3. Outstanding. And then we should get Cole Custer this time by going into 1 if we can get the power down here off of 4. And let's take a look and see. Ooh, okay, so Cole shuts the door on us. We have to roll out just a bit. We'll get it reset up as he was really struggling in the center. So we'll get him going into turn 3, no worries. And yeah, Chase Elliott is becoming much more prominent out of the windshield. Oh, Brandon up into the wall just a little bit. It looked like it kind of got loose and got out from under him, but no harm, no foul. We continue on green. And I imagine both he and I are going to lay down some very quick lap times here. And we'll see how we stack up against the 9. With everyone else running single file in front, we sort of need them to start going side by side with each other to slow them down and bring them back to us. I mean, we can still see Truex going through the corners, and we have pretty much left the cars behind us. So it's eyes out of the windshield for now, nothing in the mirror. But tire wear is really starting to come into play. We have to stay out of the throttle for a good bit in the middle of turns 1 and 2 where we were making all of our speed, but I think we can see Chase a little bit better going through turns 3 and 4. Yeah, and if Dylan can get up there with Larson, maybe go side by side up there, slow each other down, I certainly would not complain. Still making some decent speed at the end of the straightaway. And yeah, they're staying in the windshield for the entire time now. So we are making much faster laps. Though, interestingly, I didn't see Truex and Hamlin anymore. We may be getting close to pit stops. So before we try to dive bomb old Chase, we'll see if we can get on pit road and not lose a whole lot of time here. especially if like there is the 14. So these guys are fighting with the 14 in front of us, and side by side is not fast for anybody. This is our time to make up a little bit of time before pit stops come through. But let's come down to pit road. This time it's going to be 4 tires. And it looks like everyone else is coming down as well. We caught up a little bit. Brandon really made some aggressive moves down there on the bottom. As long as he wasn't caught speeding, that will be a really big gain. Now we have to get to the left here. There's our box. Hopefully LaJoy is going to be gone by the time we get there. Yeah, LaJoy pulling out. And here we go. 4 tires, boys. Let's go. Right sides are on. Bell just pulled in, looking at the entrance of pit road, making sure we're not going to hit anybody. And the 14 is going to be down the way. I think he is last car on pit road. So let's see how much hay we can make up here. I believe everyone is doing 4 tires, at least from the front. That's what it looks like. So we passed Chase, settling in behind Dylan. There is the 4 of Harvick coming out right in front of us as well. Now we have to be extremely careful here on the apron not to pass that yellow line. And it is extremely slick down here. Barely giving it the gas, using that little bit of banking, and someone blew their engine sky high down there on the bottom. I don't believe that will bring out a caution, as they will be able to get down to pit road. Ooh, yep. Brand new tires, very loose going into turn 3, that is for sure. And I believe pit road has really started to separate these guys. We're right on the back bumper of Chase, though. We're much closer to Chase, but I don't see Brandon at all. So being able to make those passes on the inside of pit road has really helped him improve his positions. And Chase is actually running as fast as we are down the straightaway. We'll have to get him in turn 1 if we do want to get him. But I do like what I see out front, side by side. The 14 is out there fighting with those guys, and as they try to pass, side by side will help bring them back to us. And it's amazing how fast Chase is. He wasn't this fast before. He may be using all he can get on those new tires. Let's make short work of the 14 as best we can. Try to get him on this straightaway. Going 3 wide inside turn 1 is not going to be conducive. Yeah, we'll roll out. And the 14 wisely abandoned ship, but that was a net loss for us right there, as Chase was going to the bottom as well. So traffic is a major thing for us. I believe I saw the 77 up front in the wall. So that may bring some cars back to us here. But single file for the most part. Cars are strung out all over this racetrack. We're going to have to do some digging to make any forward progress, that is for sure. That's what I like to see right there. Keep that left side pinned down there, 77. So we're able to catch up to Byron and Harvick and Chase just a bit. Unfortunately, they complete the pass on corner exit. We have to really choke up our line a bit to get around him down the front straightaway. And now these 3 in front of us are going to be very fast all alone. And Larson's up there, Dylan's up there, and Almirola's up there. So lead lap cars for position. We're not seeing anybody slow anybody up. Oh, here we go. Is that Suarez slowing up the 3? All right, so that's going to help out a lot. We can hopefully take advantage of this. Chase looked to the inside of Harvick, who was looking to the inside of Byron. And now we are right here within striking distance. Rolled turn 1 and 2 really well. Let's make the most of it. Trap Chase up there. See if we can trap Harvick up there. And Byron, maybe? Get a 3-fer? Nope, just a 2-fer going into 3. And Harvick is keeping us honest. Let's push Byron past this lap car. So we'll be clear going into 1. We can slide up if we need to. And Suarez is going to do an amazing job keeping those other cars behind us. So we did get a 2-for-1. And we'll see exactly how fast Dylan is compared to Larson. Chase now around Suarez. We'll see if Chase tracks us down a little bit. But the fastest laps of the race for sure are being run right here. All right, if Byron's going to give us the top, we'll keep a left side pinned on that dash line. Sun a little bit still into our eyes. Let's drive in deep here. Under the 24, try to make him use up his stuff, because we certainly are on the bottom. We're still not clear, having to give him the space. And I see Brandon in front of that group of cars right there, and I think that's everyone that he passed on pit road entry. Yeah, good run off of 2 here. We should be able to get under the 5. Come on, Austin, slow up Kyle just a little bit. There we go. We do have a corner on him. Really loose on the bottom, trying not to slide up. But we are making a few positions. Next car in front of Austin is Quinn Houff. Now, he's probably going to start dropping back to us fairly quickly. Also, we have Alfredo in front of Quinn. Good run off of 2 here. Let's take advantage, get under Austin, going into 3, and we can slide job if we need to, and we will take it. Right out to that upper groove. And this is where we really have to be smart around these lap cars. If we can catch them down the back straightaway, that would be ideal. They go side by side, that is less than ideal for sure. So we're going to catch them going into 3. A little bit less than ideal, but that should set us up well for the straightaway. Yeah, we don't have to give up too much time here. Let's go. And if we can get a corner under the 38 before turn 1, we're all set. And really didn't have to give up much time there. And then they go side by side. Oh, wow, Austin nearly turned Quinn Houff back there. That could have been big, bringing out a caution. That's kind of what we need right here to get everyone even Steven. And with it being a narrow racetrack, would 2 tires work on a very short run? If you had clean air and was able to just get after it right from the get-go, could you hold them off? That indeed is the question. And yeah, that little event with Austin Dillon and Quinn Houff has taken everyone out of our mirror. So it's just focusing on the 10 of Eric Almirola. He's slowly coming into view here. Tires are really giving up. We are going as hard as we can here within the limits of our tires, making up time. Just waiting for that car to set on turn 1 entry and then riding that all the way through. Trying not to lift on the exit of 2. We didn't quite get up to the chip that time. But it's just a question of how fast is Almirola, and can we start getting a little bit of a sniff here? Yeah, it doesn't look like Brandon will be able to catch anyone in front of him. But if he can do a job of sort of holding off these cars behind, that would be okay. But it doesn't look like Logano and Kyle are close enough to really be affected. But we are reeling in Almirola maybe by a 10th or 2 per lap. So with this white flag, last lap of the race, something big will have to happen for us to gain any places or even lose any places here. So let's bring it back home for a top 10 finish at Darlington. Considering where we started, certainly not bad. We'll give ourselves a stripe there. Trying to get everything we can. 1 set of turns to go, and we closed up the gap quite a bit, but just not enough. So checkered flag is out. We will come across the line in 8th place. So let's take a look at the winning driver. So Denny Hamlin coming across the line with Martin Truex Jr. literally pushing him across the line. Didn't try to make the move. So Denny Hamlin with his first win of the year. Martin Truex Jr. in 2nd. 3rd place, Brandon. 4th place, Joey Logano. 5th place, Kyle Busch. 6th place, Ryan Blaney. 7th place, Eric Almirola. We come in 8th. 9th place, Chase Elliott. And rounding out your top 10 is Kevin Harvick. And I don't see Austin Dillon. So where did Austin Dillon end up coming? So 13th, so he must have dropped back quite a bit after that tangle with Quinn Houff. So the 48 up into the wall, gets into the 24. The 24 shoots to the side. And really no worse for the wear there. So lap 33, Austin going to the bottom of the 00 and the 38, kind of gets into the 00 just a bit, spins him, turns him, gets him pointed back straight. Amazing driving from the AI, that's for sure. Really nearly crashed there, but got going. He lost a lot of spots because of it, and that is just the narrow racing at Darlington. So looking at your standings, Denny Hamlin moves up into 3rd, passing Joey Logano with that win. Cole Custer is your cutoff driver. A little bit more of a gap, 13 points, separates Keselowski to the cutoff and 14 from the cutoff back to Bell. And it looks like the top 10 are at least one race ahead. And we head to another familiar track, the Concrete Monster Mile at Dover. So I hope that you join me then. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll see you next week for Dover. Take care.